to think they are the same as men. So in these movies, you're going to see some tough girls getting punched. Jack Reacher was great. Every time she tried standing up to one of these extreme killers, right, that even Jack Reacher has a hard time killing, she got pummeled and thrown against the wall, and she got hit and thrown against the wall, but she kept getting up. People don't get up after getting hit like that. It's the movies, but it's teaching women you can take a punch. And, there's the obligatory, the woman takes one of the bad guys out with a great punch or a kick or something, and then she gets to say the clever good guy line. It's teaching women to be like men and that they can, when in truth they cannot. A woman can pull a trigger on a gun, that's a great equalizer, but beyond that, they're in big fucking trouble. But the movies don't teach them that. Now, violence notwithstanding in movies, what is mostly taught is for women to talk shit at men. Feminism in movies teaches women to talk shit about men and to men and at men. From flipping them off to calling them names. Yesterday I had one more example. I was at a store. There is a clerk at the store. And she is not a nice person. And every time I go in there, she's got to square up with me. And I put her in her place several times. And she tried it again yesterday. Except she is wearing down. And I know what's going to happen. She had to say something. So I turned around. I said, do you want to stand up to me? Do you want a piece of this? And I didn't mean that in a physical way. It was not a physical confrontation. It was a verbal confrontation. And she looked at me and she didn't say a fucking word. Why not? Because I have continuously told her in no uncertain terms that she's a woman and that she doesn't talk to me that way. But she keeps trying. The reason she keeps trying is because she wants her feminist games to work. She wants to dominate me. She wants me to try hard to want her, and I don't. There is nothing attractive about her. What's going to end up happening, though, is she's going to get mad that she's lost. She's going to get her feelings hurt. And she's probably going to complain to the store owner or someone else about me. And then I'm going to have a discussion with the store owner, who happens to be a friend of mine. I don't need to go running to him and say, get your bitches in line at the store. I know what's going to happen. I've seen this play out several times. But this happens all the time. These women are watching these movies, and they're learning that the more they bitch and piss and moan at men, and the expectation is men have to back down, and men do because they just don't want the confrontation. What's the point? Well, the point is they're overrunning men with feminist propaganda and then feminist horseshit that comes out of their mouths. These are no longer women we're dealing with. They're pseudo-masculine creatures with tits. We need to take the fight to them, I say. Stop apologizing for being a man. We understand where everything's coming from. It's coming from the movies, from TVs, from magazines, from the education system. But it can be defeated. And I'm demonstrating it on a daily basis in my life. But what have women learned? Don't mess with John. So they'll immediately turn their venom on the next man that walks by. Beat him down, watch him hang his head, trying to get away from him. Ah! Right? As a result, they aren't dissuaded. They're just learning who they can't mess with. For me, that's good in my life because I've put it down and I've kept it down. But I'm watching what's going on to men around me, and they need to stop it. They need to stop kowtowing and stop apologizing. That is becoming an aggravation for me. So I also say, when you see a man getting beat down, step in for him. Back that man. Back your fucking brother. These chicks, they'll come after you in a group. I've gone after groups of chicks. I can't remember if I've shared this story or not. But walking into a group of my ex-wife's friends in the kitchen, and they're all sitting around the island, talking and yakking, and I walk up and go, hey, this is my house. I've got the penis around here. And they go nuts. They go nuts. And you can do it again and again, day after day, and just tell them, I got the penis. And they get so mad because they want to have a penis and they can't. Their usual response is, you're not the boss. And I go, I didn't say who the boss is. I said, I've got the penis. And I look at them and I point at them all. Any of you got a penis? No. I said, good. Then we know where we stand, don't we? And by that time, my wife would be fucking irate with me. Stop messing with them. Stop harassing them. Right? Yeah, you get out of here. Go back outside. Don't you have something to do in the garage? I go, yeah, I'm going to do man stuff, right? I give them some bullshit and off I toddle. We've got to stop backing down to feminism or it's dead. Do what you can, guys. Starve them out. Starve them of the attention. Starve them of your resources. Right? These feminists need to be destroyed. Starving is one way. I prefer to attack them head on when I see them. Starve them also. I mean, don't mistake me. I don't put them in their place and then shower them with love and goodies and little candies and flowers. And I don't give them a bouquet of unicorn heads filled with helium on sticks. I don't do that to them. I don't give them the attention they want. I give them the negative attention they don't want. And if they just want to be stupid, then I walk off. I give them the sullen silence. I give them some of their own medicine there, But, of course, you're going to be called a sexist, a bigot, you're going to be a fucking xenophobe, you're going to be a misogynist, you're going to be all of those things. Well, if you're watching this channel, you probably already are. So what are you afraid of? What are you afraid of with these gaggles of hags out there? Because when you strip away their clown costume, all of their makeup, their hot girl disguises, you strip all that away, they are ugly people. They're ugly people, these feminists. And you strip all of that away, all they are is a sex toy. And if you want a sex toy, you can buy yourself a real nice silicone doll. You can go to a whorehouse, right? You can do a number of things to take care of those needs you have without giving in to the feminists. There are good women out there. They're born every day, but they're being transformed. They're being transformed like zombies into these creatures that we can't hardly recognize and that are unwantable at this point. And it doesn't matter how young and pretty they are. It doesn't matter how much money they make, if they make any at all. They probably didn't. It's probably someone else's money they stole. You've got to recognize them for what they are. Feminism is the enemy, and the adherents of feminism are the enemy of our culture and of men in general. All right, this is John, host of Mgtow is Freedom. Get out there and get it done. Feminism in the movies. Use your ability on an individual basis, and if you've got the ability to use mass media, give it back to them. Right? Take the fight to the enemy. Semper Fi.